Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Chief Artisan Thursday. I am in the studio with.
I'm Jin Kim. It's nice to be here with you. I'm a Baroque violinist and I'm originally from Korea, but have been living in America more than 28 years now. I used to live in Chicago for a while, but now I am living in Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota. So it's called the place.
Well, most of our listeners are from the U.S., so
Mhm.
take us through an international trip through your childhood as well as a young adult. How did you become a violinist? How were you introduced to it?
Mhm.
How did it all come about?
Well, I started playing a violin when I was 7. It was through the school that I was going, the grade school that had a string orchestra. So my teacher kind of encouraged me to start, and I really liked it from the beginning. My parents never intended to raise me as a professional violinist, but from early days, I knew that I will play the violin all my life. And, I
Did you
graduated.
have an attraction to the instrument itself, or did you, like some artists, they prefer other things than what they ended up professionally playing? Were you always drawn to the violin?
Yes, when I started, I really liked it from the beginning, and I never got tired of it.
Wow,
Even
you never
now,
took a break?
not really. I didn't practice
Wow.
so much during my childhood when I was younger, but ever since junior high and high school and college and all and so on, I always liked to play and practice my own. So I just fell in love with it, I guess.
So let's speak to a young starting violinist who needs to be disciplined, because it's definitely an art that requires a lot of practice. What would you recommend that their mindset, start preparing themselves in order to say, you know what, I am attracted to that instrument. How do I discipline my mindset to endure the time of practice that's necessary?
Right. Is playing the violin is really like a playing, not a really practice with the pressure.
Hmm.
You have to find out the beauty of it that appeals to your heart. And then just even if you cannot practice so much every day, just to think about a long run, you will just keep this in your life. And if you just keep doing it for 5 or 10 or 15 or sometimes hour or two, just it will develop over the years and it will be your friend and your soulmate and you can speak your heart through this instrument someday. it becomes more and more enjoyable as you feel more
Awesome.
comfortable to
Now,
handle this instrument.
did you have a certain person that you would like to say thank you for? You mentioned your parents didn't force you into this profession, but do you have certain people who encouraged you along the way?
Yes, I had a really good teachers all the time. I mean, from the very young age, this teacher encouraged me to get some private lessons. So I could focus on getting lessons with not so much pressure. He was really generous. And in my high school days and college, they always helped me to focus on music itself, not competition or achieving something out of this musical instrument. They always encouraged me to love the sound and love the instrument, basically. So that was really good, good thing for me.
Audience is just getting to know you, and I know that you've traveled extensively throughout your life, but can you pick, now that I'm a certified travel agent, I'd like to know, especially I love the way you play your violin
Mhm.
with heart and
Yeah.
soul, but where would you travel? Where would you go? Where would you feel would be your purpose as a musician?
But you mean location wise?
Yeah,
That's
anywhere around the world. If you had an unlimited time, no concerts, no one pulling at your interview strings,
mm-hmm.
where would you
Oh.
go?
I had a chance to live in Italy for 2 years, and I always liked their um, enthusiasm about, playing and singing just very casually with a lot of fun. And I sometimes imagine myself playing on the street, some small town in Italy, or on the Charles Bridge of Prague.
Oh, wow.
Just I want to meet people in a very casual way and just share this music just at the moment. And I don't particularly like a big concert halls. Sometimes it's really special too. But I like to play for people just in my place, or someday I would like to travel just with violin and just play wherever I can play on the streets and some things like that.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you briefly stopping by to give us an interview. We're going to wrap this up by listening to more of your CD, and we're thankful that you're going to come back for another session with us and discuss your professional endeavors, because you do have a CD.
hmm
But before we exit, would you please, if someone wants to get in touch with you, how do they reach you?
Um, I have a website. You can take a look. It's my group that I formed as a Baroque violinist. It's ensemble named Musica Glorifica. And you can go to musicaglorifica.com. It's MUSICAGLORIFICA, Musica Glorifica. And there is all my contacts and informations there, so we can
Awesome.
connect.
We will have a link below when we post this interview. But
Hmm.
once again, thank you very much. I am grateful for you for having had known you and encountered you, within this life. And
Oh,
I look forward to the many more conversations that we're going to have instrumentally as well as just as artists in general. But
right.
thank you.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed this too.
All right. Good night,
Got it.
Jean.
Good night. Bye bye.